Good day, YouTubers. Thanks for joining me. This is video 31 in my series of videos on Ontario Northland models in HO scale. And what I thought I'd do today is something a little bit different. And I thought I would take a look at all the various 50-foot box cars that have been produced in the blue Chevron scheme over the years and talk about who made these cars, how to tell them apart, and whether or not they accurately represent cars that the Ontario Northland actually used and owned. So, from what I can tell, there were 8 different production runs of cars by various manufacturers in a 50-foot box car. All of them you see out in front of you there, one from each of these production runs. And I think the first obvious differentiating feature are that 3 of these cars have blue painted roofs while the others have silver roofs. So taking a look at that here first. And this car kind of stands out as the most unique amongst the pack here. So this is an Intermountain 50-foot car in the 2800 series based on an FMC boxcar design. And it is accurate that the Ontario Northland had boxcars that looked like this in the 2800 series. And I'm sure there are a few little differences in regards to some of the minute details, but these cars are somewhat accurate representations and a good quality, nice running car. So a car that I'm happy to have in the collection, and I would consider that a pass. Especially when you start comparing it to some of the other cars that have been made, such as this classic roundhouse kit model here. So this is one of our other cars with a blue painted roof, and this represents, I think, what they called a high cube box car on the original packaging. So the Ontario Northland did not have any high cube 50-foot cars in the 7600 series. So this is just another 50-foot boxcar that's been painted blue and yellow. In no way an accurate representation of anything that the Ontario Northland had. The 7600 series cars that they did have had a very distinctive angled frame either side of the door, similar to some cars that we'll be looking at later in this video. So that car is a little ho-hum in my opinion, as compared to some of the more recent cars that have been manufactured. Another a kit model here, this being an Athearn / Bev Bell 50-foot boxcar modeled on the Pullman standard design. So the rather square style door there is a pretty defining feature. Now the Ontario Northland did not have any Pullman standard 50-foot box cars, so this car is once again just another blue car with yellow ends on it. In no way an accurate representation of anything the Ontario Northland had, so again a bit ho-hum there. So moving on now, on to cars with silver roofs. So in my previous video, we talked about these exact rail 50-foot boxcars built on or designed based off the Evans 5277 cubic foot boxcar. Now the Ontario Northland had 78 and 7900 series CICO 50-foot boxcars that looked very similar to this. And the car that I'll be showing you momentarily here is the Athearn Genesis CICO 50-foot boxcar. But this car, even though it's based off of the Evans production run, appears to more closely and more accurately represent the appearance of the Ontario Northland cars. So the Ontario Northland had 106 CICO built boxcars, numbered from 7800 up to 7908. The Evans cars by Exact Rail have 7900 series road numbers. They feature a boxcar end that looks very close to the appearance of Ontario Northland's actual cars. The wider grab irons, the smaller footsteps. About all that's wrong with these cars, from what I can tell, is that there's no recess in the end of the sill there where the footstep is. So, a very nice car and a pass, in my opinion. Now, comparing that here to the Athearn Genesis Saeco 50-foot box cars. Again, a well-painted, reasonable quality model. But what's not right about these cars are the style of the end of the box car, and the footstep there is quite a bit larger than they should have been. Comparing it here again to the Evans built car, you can see the difference in size and scale there. So the car to your left, the Evans car, is correct, while the Athearn car seems to be a bit more inaccurate in that design. So these aren't terrible cars by any means. They're just lacking in prototypical accuracy on a few levels. Now, taking a look at what's left, we've got 3 different boxcars with silver roofs, 2 of them being models of Pullman Standard 5,277 cubic foot boxcars, both of them with very square style doors, both of them in the 7800 series, just one being a little lighter blue in color than the other one. So, which one's which, and who made them? So taking a look at the one that's light blue here first, the way that you can cheat a little bit and verify who built the car that you have, if you have ability to handle it and such, is taking a look at the underside of the truck. So you can see that one there is labeled as Atlas. So this is an Atlas Trainman 50-foot boxcar that was delivered as a built-up model. Now, if you're looking at one of these online and don't have ability to handle it and take a look at the truck and that detail, the real difference between the Athearn and Atlas cars are that the Atlas car, as per the above, has a longer, more angled footstep, while the Athearn car has a much smaller footstep that falls in a recess on the frame there. So the Ontario Northland did not have any Pullman Standard 50-foot boxcars in the 7800 series, so those are, again, a little on the ho-hum side. They're just another 50-foot boxcar that's been painted for the Ontario Northland. The final car here, though, and this one's a win-win in the fact that it's got the correct road number series. It seems to be correct in most car details from what I can tell. This is an Atlas model of an NSC 7700 series boxcar. The Ontario Northland had quite a few of these, and the very distinctive defining feature here is the angled frame either side of the door there. And when we were looking at that roundhouse car there a few cars back, it should have illustrated something like that for the 7600 series cars as well. But a nice running, good quality car. So if you're an Ontario Northland modeler, you should have some of these in your collection for sure. So at the end of the day, the cars that are the real winners here are the Atlas NSC prototype car, the Exact Rail Evans 5277, and like explained earlier, even though it's based on the Evans car, it seems closer to the Saeco cars that the Ontario Northland did have, and the Intermountain 50-foot double-door FMC boxcar, and the runner-up being the Athearn Genesis 50-foot boxcar. Some of the details are lacking, but still not too terrible car. I think I will leave it there. I hope you guys enjoyed that, and that some of you out there might find that to be convenient information. Thank you and have a good day.